Well, so last couple questions before we're actually going to get into a treat of Miss Libenson is going to grace us with a drawing exercise. But in preparation for this interview, I watched a couple of your other interviews. And I can say that I was a little upset when I found out that you chose pizza over tacos. And that is just crazy talk, but I will forgive you. But in that line of questioning, I have a few questions myself that I'd like to know.
So the
Okay, can I defend my pizza?
I'm going to forgive you over this pizza. Maybe a taco pizza.
I do love tacos too, but I'm practically vegan, so it's not quite the same sometimes.
right.
So.
Well, but my line of questions of this or that is going to be unicorns or zombies?
Zombies.
Zombies! Awesome. What about kittens or puppies?
Oh, that's a hard one because normally I'm a cat person, believe it or not, but because we got the pandemic puppy, I may have converted a little. It depends on the time of day and how naughty she is.
That's fair. Twitter or Facebook?
I'm actually a Facebook girl. I'm a mom. We're all on it.
So, ebooks or paper books?
I have to say, I like both. I would probably take paper books over ebooks, but I do read ebooks. But for my type of books, like graphic novels, I kind of like having the paper version. So the print, yeah.
And then, of course, the last question, which will lead us into a wonderful drawing demonstration. I do know that you do a lot of your drawings digitally, that you've shared with me. But given the choice of just a doodle of drawing for fun, paper or digital, or paper or pen, or I'm sorry, pen or pencil?
I tend to doodle more in pencil.
Pencil.
I usually have, where's my pencil? I can't find my pencil. It's usually right by me. But I have a mechanical pencil that I love, and I get really angry if one of my kids takes it or if it goes missing. So yeah, I love it. I love it. But if I'm not using it, I actually love working digitally. So I've got my handy digital stylus handy here. So it's ready to go.
Cool. Well, if you'd like to share your screen, I have an iPad with me today. I use a little program called Sketchbook that I was going to try to keep up with you, and maybe Geneva can try too.
That'd be fun.
Awesome. Let's get mine started.
Let me try and get to the screen share. You guys ready? Okay. All right. Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm on my digital drawing tablet, which is called a Cintiq. This is what I use. This is what I use for both illustrating my books and what I originally bought this for creating my comic strips. It makes everything a lot faster. So usually I just kind of zoom in like this to start and just. Actually, that's good. I choose sort of a pen thickness, as it were. So I always start with the eyeballs, but I tell anyone there's no right or wrong way to draw a character. I'm going to draw Brianna, by the way, from Becoming Brianna. So this is probably the easiest part. There's her eyeballs. Everybody draw eyeballs. Actually, let me size up the thickness a little bit. Okay.
I was also fighting with the thickness here.
And so next, I just draw her nose, and that's basically how I do it. Size it up a little. And then, let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow, by the way. And then I kind of give her an outline of her face. And because I have this really cool digital drawing tablet. I can erase things easily. So I feel like I do too much face, I can take it away.
Do you use I know on my program it has a setting so that it will clean up your line. So if it has like any shape to it, do you have that in your software that you use?
Oh yeah, I have an eraser tool, and you can play with the thickness and the line quality. So if you guys are ready, I'll move on to her wonderful smile. And this tool is great because you can really have that thick, thin line quality. And I could actually just erase that. So that's the top of her smile. I'm actually going to give her a big grin. And then give her some, oops, give her some teeth. Gotta have teeth. And then now I'm just playing around with erasing some parts of it because I'm a perfectionist, so that's what I do. But doing faces is my favorite part of all of it. If you guys are ready, I can move on to her hair.
I'm ready.
Okay. You ready, Geneva?
Okay, keeping up.
Okay. So this is the trickier part. Well, actually, let me give her a neck first. She deserves a neck. These two little lines like that. And this is just me being me, but I always love to do a little bit of a shadow underneath. And then, so moving on to her hair, she has really like long, kind of cool hair because it has this really cool texture to it. So I just kind of, it's hard for me to describe how to do her hair. It kind of changes every time, but, and actually I'm gonna be really picky about this, kind of do that over.
I just dropped my pen.
I'm getting there, though.
Let's see.
That happens.
It does.
I'm waiting for the puppy to eat my pen at some point. She's eaten about half our furniture already, so. And then I give her a little part down the middle. And then give her a little, I don't even know what these thingies are called at the end, just the ends of her hair. And I add this really fun texture to Bree's hair. I just add these little lines. The hair is so much fun for me whenever I make these characters. Well, the girl characters anyway. I love giving them like different hairstyles. And let's see. Emmy was modeled after my older daughter, who has this great curly, spirally hair. When she wakes up in the morning, it sticks straight up.
Is that the one that comes? That one that's always sticking up on?
Yeah.
Curly
Yeah,
hair.
yeah. And then it kind of like deflates as the day goes by. Okay. And this is kind of cool about this Cintiq. I can actually outline this with a certain tool. It gives me those marching ants. So it's just basically selected, and then I can move it so I can give her more room for her body. So next, we'll draw the top of her shirt. So let's give her a little collar there. So Bree usually holds a book or two in her hand because she's always reading. So I'm going to give her, first I'm going to make her arms and then give her a book to hold on to. So this part's a little tricky too. But.
Yeah, I struggle with appendages a lot.
Usually when I'm working on the Cintiq, I have to zoom up really close to like draw different parts of things. And then when I zoom back, I notice that everything's out of proportion, and then I just kind of have to adjust. But it's not hard to do on this tool, which is great. I could even show you how I do that.
Now I've made her arms look very unhuman in their length.
Oh, excellent. Sounds about right. I actually made Bree's kind of uneven, so let me just erase that. So now I'm going to draw her holding the book, and this is going to look kind of strange at first with her hands, but I'm actually going to draw her just with knuckles.
That was one of the questions that I actually wanted to ask, is that within animation and drawing, oftentimes characters only have 4 fingers, but you consistently have 5. Any reason, or is that just what you do?
It kind of depends. I've drawn characters with 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know. It just it's like one of those unwritten rules in cartooning. You could just give them as many fingers as you'd like.
Because I can tell you, I cannot draw 5 fingers. It's not happening.
4 is perfectly acceptable for a cartoon. For a cartoon character. Perfectly acceptable. So I'm drawing these kind of in different perspectives, so this could get a little confusing. But so that's her holding her book so far. I'll draw the rest of her body. You guys caught up yet, or should I wait?
I'm almost there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm caught up. What about you, Geneva? Oops.
Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. I love my eraser tool. Although I will say sometimes you get fun mistakes that you want to keep, of course. So, okay, so I'm just gonna draw the rest of her body. So I'll give her a bit of a torso that you can kind of see peeking out. Let me see. I'm trying to determine where her waist is. sometimes I determine correctly, sometimes I don't, but the good thing is I can always go back and fix it. Are you guys both working digitally? Geneva, are you working on paper, or are you working?
I'm drawing on paper.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so next I'm just gonna give her some legs. She's got these like long skinny legs. So I just kind of have her, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Really bad. I'm going back. Sometimes I really don't know what to do with the legs. So, okay, let's see.
Again, it's appendages.
Appendage, bad appendage, okay. Maybe I'll give her some rolled up jeans,
Ooh, I
which
like
probably kids don't even wear anymore, but that's what I'm doing. And then some sneakers. I mean, you could see, like, I really rework my drawings. Some artists are definitely more about, you know, being a lot looser and being a little more freewheeling, but I tend to work kind of tightly. So it really just depends on your style. But for these books, I tend to like work and rework and get them kind of clean and polished looking. I mean, more so with the graphic novel portion, because the illustrated novel chapters tend to be a little looser, and they tend to be more doodly. But this is more what Bree would look like in like the graphic novel portion. Oh my God, what did I do with her feet? That's awful. Let me get rid of that.
As I'm trying to copy it.
Sorry. It's like, I don't even know what kind of shoes those were. Like, I just wanted to draw sneakers, and I ended up drawing like these awful. I haven't drawn for a while. I'm just letting you know. So everything is kind
See, if this was Bob Ross, we'd just put some happy little bushes down there.
of, right? Okay, those look a little more like sneakers. Not the greatest. She doesn't, I mean, these look like rolled up mom jeans, so I'm just.
Rolled up mom jeans.
Although mom jeans are back now, so hey, there we go. But
See here.
just, as I said, it's been a while since I've drawn. You really have to practice and keep up. I've been doing a lot of writing lately. Not as much drawing, but
That's just going to have to be good enough for me.
yeah, get an idea of how this.
Oh my goodness, her feet are so tiny on my drawing.
Actually, I think mine are tiny too, and her eyeballs off. So I'm gonna move that. This is how anal I get. But it's not my best drawing of Brie, but it's.
Definitely better than mine.
I actually like to pay attention to what they're wearing and styles and everything. Right now, I think I'm going with my my COVID wardrobe in my class, which my kids would be horrified about.
Right. I think a COVID wardrobe means
Like
I'm not
the
wearing
COVID mom wardrobe. It's like, I'm so sorry, Brie. This is not you at all, but.
I think it'll be all right.
It'll be okay.
So here's mine. Let's see.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I think I need to.
Oh yeah, you'll have to unshare the screen.
Yeah, let me stop the share. Okay.
Okay, so this one is how we get.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so that one was mine, trying to get some of the reflection off. So it's not too horrible.
I think that
With a little bit of practice, I could definitely rework this with some more time, and I think it'd be something that I would be happy with. But that goes back to everything that you've been saying. You just get it out of your head, get it on the screen, get it on the paper, and just keep working it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is not about perfection. Like, I know I was trying, but even mine did.
I don't think you can
It's
help.
not up to my standards. And I think you did a better job, honestly.
Geneva, how's yours coming?
Is she still working? Oh, wow. Oh my God. That's better than both of ours.
How did you, what is going on? How did you not tell me that you could draw that well?
Oh my God. That looks so much like Brie from the actual book.
It does. Have you been practicing this?
No, but I do draw a lot. I would consider myself kind of an artist, I guess.
I don't think kind of. I think you are an artist.
I think I'm going to agree with Terri on that one. That was a huge surprise and a wonderful surprise.
That was beautiful. That like beat both of ours by a mile. Although Toby's was very good too. But wow, yeah, that was fantastic.
So yeah, seeing that, you definitely are going to have a copy of Uniquely You coming your way, and I definitely want to see this when you're done with it, because I would love to see how you fill out this workbook and make your own. What do you think about that, Geneva?
Yes, definitely.
All right, I can make that happen.
Yeah, just don't show him the journal parts. That's all yours.
Right, that's all yours.
The activities are okay.
Well, wonderful. Well, just another quick couple questions, and then we can call this a day. So you have mentioned it in passing. So are you working Mac or Apple?
Is it Mac and Apple?
Or I'm sorry, Mac or PC. I'm sorry.
I know what you meant. It's okay. So I'm definitely an outlier in this. My husband is an IT manager, and so we are all PC. I used to work on a Mac. I used to work for American Greetings. I used to write and draw funny greeting cards, and so I I've worked on both. We definitely use Macs there. But honestly, I hate to say this, Apple users, but I haven't found much of a difference. Or else it's just been so long since I've used an Apple that I no longer find a difference. I'm just blissfully ignorant. But yeah, but the Cintiq that I use, it could be used for both. So it's its own little entity.
And then if I understand it correctly, the tablet, the Cintiq, is just a peripheral that you plug into any computer, correct?
Yeah, correct. So yeah, it's and yeah, that's probably why I don't really notice a difference, because I'm not really working on a PC or a Mac per se. I'm just working on the Cintiq. So yeah, but and I know they've developed so many great types of digital tablets other than Cintiqs. I've had this forever, so it's all that I know right now. Okay. But yeah, I'm sure what you're using is great too. Things have come a long way.
All I'm using, if anybody want to know, is this is just an iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil 2.
Yeah, I've heard great things about the iPad Pro.
Yeah, it works great. And then is that Photoshop that you're creating your images with?
Yes, on Photoshop. And I just noticed I've spilled so much stuff on my drawing tablet. I'm scraping it off right now. Hopefully that didn't show up on camera.
And then for our viewers at home, we know that Microsoft can be, or not Microsoft, Photoshop can be a little bit pricey, but you can we have a actual digital studio that we do have Photoshop. So if you'd like to come in to try it out before you make that kind of investment, come on down to the library. We have some people that can definitely show you around the software and give you some scheduled time to use it. Okay, well then my last couple questions are all related. What is the last chapter book that you read?
Okay. So, well, the last actual chapter book was The Daughters of Erie Town by Connie Schultz, who is like a local Cleveland celebrity here. And it was wonderful. It was a wonderful book. I highly recommend it. I'm actually almost done with another book right now that's it's a graphic novel. It's really cool and very timely. Is it backwards on the screen? I'm sorry if it is.
No,
it's called Votes for Women, The Battle for the 19th Amendment, a comics anthology. It's amazing. It's all in this really cool palette of yellow and purple. I'm not sure what that signifies, but
it's great.
But it's great. To be honest, and I should have looked this up beforehand, I'm not sure where you can get it. It started as a GoFundMe project, and but I think it's now available. I'll have to double check where you can get it, but I helped fund it, so I'm really very pleased, and it's wonderful. So
if they've run it to press, I'll do everything I can to make sure it's on a Charleston County Library shelf.
Thanks. Yeah. It's just I love history, and I love historical fiction as well. I mean, this is all pure history, and it's just been really enlightening and just helped clear a lot of questions I had up about that time. So it's great.
Right. And then my last question is, I know that as library professionals and things like that, we're constantly trying to promote our peers and things like that that are doing wonderful research and things. So as a writer, is there a writer out there that might be young, might be new to the industry, that you would like to take this opportunity to promote and just be like, you have to read this person?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. There's so many great writers out there. Most of the ones I know are cartoonists like myself. And I wouldn't call them like young and new. They're a lot of them are my peers, but I know so many cartoonists who are just like breaking into the world of graphic novels and illustrated novels. and are doing, I mean, it's such a great natural transition for cartoonists like myself. And so they're really breaking in. I know there's one book that I would highly recommend by a friend of mine, and it's a middle grade illustrated novel, and it's wonderful, and you've probably heard of it already. It just came out, I think, in February, and it's called Wink by Rob Harrell. And he's not new by any means to graphic novels. He's done a ton of them, but this is one I just really took to, and not just because I know him, but because I really love the book. So I will definitely tap that one. But there's so many great ones. It's like hard for me to even, I mean, any graphic novel that you pick up off the shelf, I've read so many, and they all like delight and surprise me. So
They all have their place. Well, Geneva, have you come up with any questions during this that you'd like to wrap things up with?
I don't really think so.
It's okay.
That's okay.
Well, more than anything, I would like to thoroughly thank both of you for taking time out of both of your days. Geneva, with your school, stick with it. I know this is rough, but just stick with it, and hopefully this will all be over with sooner than later, and we will be back to a normal world. Terri, thank you so much for coming today. I know those things are so weird and we're doing Zoom stuff, but this is definitely a way that we can reach out to all of our readers and to show that we may be stuck in our houses and we may not be able to do the things we want to do, but we still have books that can definitely take us to these wonderful worlds that we can take so much from. And thank you so much for writing such wonderful books.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's great talking to both of you.
Likewise. Well, great. Well, y'all have a great day, and I hope to see some of you, as you're watching this, at the library soon. Thanks. Have a great day. Oh, and of course, remember, if you're used to my drawing classes, read more, draw more, go find somebody, tell them that you love them. Bye.